Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah.
What's goody with y'all? What's goody with
What's
y'all?
good? What's
What's happening,
good?
y'all? What's happening?
Here we
Yeah.
are, y'all, man.
We back. We back.
Another episode of Vibes and Convo, man.
Wednesday night, right? You heard.
You know what
Already.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got some good things in store for y'all tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Very
Mhm.
special episode for all you V's and Seers.
Oh,
hey,
that's
I
what they
like
are.
that. I like that.
V and
they see it
Sears.
up. They see it right behind me. Old vibes and combo.
Okay.
They know what it is.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Um, man, big episode. But before we even get into that, though, how was
Yeah.
everyone's week? How was everyone's week, man? How'd you maintain?
Man, my week was super solid. You know what I'm saying? Little, little long, but
Mm-hmm.
still fulfilling.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. I like
It's
it. My
good.
week. If I was to do the week calendar check this week, eh, not as strong as last week, to be honest.
I feel you.
But you know what? I'll take it. I can't really complain. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Last week was, was busy down here in SD, and the follow up week to Comic Con and all the craziness
Oh yeah.
was
Oh yeah,
going on
yeah,
down here. But
I remember them
it was
days.
cool. It was cool. This week was a lot slower than that,
more
which is
chill for real.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's what's
Nice.
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
All
Um,
right.
Well, it's
yeah.
good to be back though. Good to be that back and check in with the bros.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
see, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, but you
We
know what
got
we got to do tonight. You know what
special
we
for
got to do tonight.
y'all. I can't wait. But
Uh-huh.
first,
We gotta set the tone here at Vibes and Combo.
set the mood.
Uh-huh.
Set the mood for ya.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
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 what
what
we
we're
gotta do
doing.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So we got three steps that we need y'all to follow here, man.
Three.
Step number one
Okay.
is find your
Step
place of
one.
comfort. Find your
Right.
place of comfort. That could be your couch, that could be your bed, that could be your car, that can
Your
be the
beanbag.
bean bag, that could
Be
be
your
a lot of
recliner.
things.
A lot of
A lot
Be
of
things.
sitting on a
things.
stoop.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting
The
on a
bean
stool,
baggerer. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. You
If you're
know.
into that type of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Sit with
Uh-huh.
your heart's
If you're
content
in New Orleans, you might be sitting on the
That's
porch.
it. That's it.
on the
Find that
porch.
place
You
of
heard?
comfort, man.
Sitting on the
Step two.
porch. Yes,
Yeah.
Step
sir.
two. We need you to find you some headphones. Some headphones. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I got the wire headphones going on.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, find you some good headphones, man, because
Ear
Yeah.
right
candy.
here we got a lot of good dialogue,
We
and
do.
we also play music on this show at times. So
At
we need you to
times.
be able to vibe with us, and get with the sounds. And
Sometimes.
last but not least, the third step. That was good right there. Last but not least, the last step, man, is find your favorite beverage and place it right
Ta-ta.
next to you. This is me covering the label, but I have water in my hand. But whatever your choice of beverage is, that's what we
Yeah.
want you to have. We want you to follow all three of those steps right here at Vibes and Combo.
Yeah, yeah.
We water gang over here tonight, y'all. Water gang.
Yeah, it's all water tonight, huh?
It's all
We want
water.
y'all to be
Yeah,
hydrated, okay?
Yes.
yeah, man.
Promoting that healthy life.
Yes.
Hey.
Water is life, people. Water is life.
Tonight though,
Hmm.
mm, we got we
Tonight.
got a we got a special guest for him tonight.
So
Yeah,
special.
yeah.
So
You know what I'm
special.
saying?
Oh
Talk
my
your
God.
talk.
Singer, songwriter,
Ah,
recording.
Mm.
It's so many different things
yes,
going
sir.
on with this guest here, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Certified
Tim.
One.
legend in the state of
Go ahead,
Texas.
go ahead, Timbo. You give us the,
Hey,
the proper
certified.
introduction. Uh-huh.
Certified legend in the state of Texas. Dallas to be exact. Oh my God. This dude's definitely not only just a tastemaker, but definitely influenced a lot of people between the states of
Mm.
Texas and Louisiana. during the late
That's right.
90s, early 2000s, and went on to do a lot of good work behind the scenes for some of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
Oh
Heck
my
yeah.
God. Man, without further ado, we got Dallas, Texas
Please.
on Mr. Sex Down himself.
Ah,
Link, y'all.
yeah. Round of
Yes,
applause. Round of applause.
yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed.
Man,
What up? What up?
how are you,
What's
sir?
happening?
How are you?
The man, the myth, the
Man,
legend himself.
I am all, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the love, man. I'm just blessed. You know what I mean? To
Yes, sir. Yes,
still
sir.
be able to, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I'm doing awesome, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Beautiful,
sir.
beautiful, beautiful.
Perfect.
What up?
Let's
Man, we
see.
over here
Man.
trying to keep from fanning out right now, bro. Like, the fact that we even got you
Man.
on here is just it's just
uh,
a blessing within
Awesome.
itself, man. For some
Right
stone
on, man.
cold R&B head
talk that
nerds over
talk.
here, man.
Yeah, man.
To a
Talk
guy
that
like you,
talk.
man. No, we appreciate you being here. We
You
really
know,
do.
and here on here,
Y'all having me.
champion everything R&B. You know what I'm saying? It's important to us.
Right.
We want to make sure that when people hear this music, they put respect on it because it's a difference when you're creating music and feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I think
No
I
doubt.
can speak for the whole crew when I say the songs that you've written, the songs that you sing, embody all that.
Mm.
I think when you was writing the songs, you did a great job getting it over to us.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
Yeah,
appreciate it,
man.
fellas.
Yeah,
Heck
man.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Let's get to that. Let's get to that first question on the
Okay.
All
board
right.
right here.
Yeah. This
Go
is a
ahead,
question
Quinn.
from yours truly, Mr. Kurt Quinn, Mr. Get It In. How did you get discovered, good sir? Choir might know.
So basically, and I was a part of a group initially. Uh, myself, Daryl Delight, Alton Landry, and Bobby Perkins, a protege, right? And we basically we made a connection with a guy named Dave. Actually lived in New York,
Mhm.
and he brought us crash in his pad, and he was and we basically just worked on a demo. We did our thing, man. We knocked down a few doors, had to come in, did some showcases in the, in the NY. Eventually signed a deal with Eddie F. Eddie had intro at the time. He had a lot of
Yeah.
other that was real hot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Another one of my
And
favorites.
so we were excited
Rest in peace,
about
Kenny.
rest in peace. Excited about becoming members of the, because we had a lot of respect for ADF at the time. Fortunately, the group was never able to come out at that time, man. I made a decision, hey man, but I got to go solo at this point, and that's exactly what I did. I got back on my grind, bank or whatever, and Delight, he regrouped New York because he had actually lived there and he did his thing, man. He started making noise, doing remixes. I believe he did Invo and worked with a couple of artists, and he actually built Electro Records. And he said, we can't be 100 with each other. Hey, man, listen, still, I'm a soloist. I got to do my thing. And he was like, yo, when it's time, I'm going to bring you up here and we're going to get it in. And I was BSing, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, listen, man, I need to do my thing. And he was actually like, yeah, you can. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, I'm like, hold on. Telling me I can walk in my job and tell him I'm not. That's what quit mean. And he was like, yeah,
Right.
you can. I was like, okay, bet. And that's what I did, man. I got a little light brought me up to the NY, got on my grind, man, and knocked out on, man. So we shopped around, and I got it done, and that's my discovery right there. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up.
Mm.
That's what's up. Man,
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, people need to hear that, bro. They definitely need to hear that.
Yeah,
Like you don't get a
right
chance
on,
to
man.
hear a lot of our legends' origin stories. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're
Nah.
not held in mainstream regard, like they're still legends in our eyes. You know what I mean?
Big
Right
time.
on.
Man,
Big time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
now you did it, man. That's like getting the way your stuff went. It's like getting picked into the NBA draft. You know what I'm
I know,
saying?
right?
Like
Yeah.
everybody want to play. Everybody think they could play, but only a few get picked. You know.
Right on,
Yeah.
right
Right.
So
on, right on. That's
I
real.
mean, uh, that's
Man.
It's
Man.
rough out there, brother. It's
And
hard.
this is
It's
my
hard, but it's fair.
man. Come on
right.
now,
Already.
Right.
Yeah,
man. But
Man.
that's why it's an honor to be here, man. Thank God we made it. Thank God we in this position to talk that
Hell
good
yeah.
talk tonight.
Exactly.
for sure,
Blessed
for
and
sure,
highly
for sure.
favored. That's right,
For
brother.
sure,
Heck yeah.
for sure. Yes,
Right.
we are. Yes,
Right.
we are.
What you got for us, Keith?
Yeah. Can you take us through the experience of working with LSG on the smash hit My Body?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
My
okay,
body,
yeah.
all over your body.
Hey,
All right.
Still classic, baby. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
all be
Appreciate it.
dinosaurs, and they still gonna be playing
yeah.
that song.
I certainly hope so, brother.
Yeah.
The deal with My Body was, man, I don't know how many people know, but that was actually going to be my first single
Right.
from my debut album. And basically what happened was when Delight was shopping it, we didn't even know that LSG had formed this group. Gerald Levert, may he rest in peace, Keith Sweat, and Johnny Gill. And they were pretty much through with the album, man. And Delight was shopping my demo at Electra Records with Merlin Bob and Sylvia Roan. And when they heard My Body, they just lost their mind. They was like, yo, I gotta have the record. Yeah, we're gonna sign Link as an artist, yes. But first things first, let me get that record up
Yeah,
out
yeah.
Uh,
Let me
You
get
know
it
what I
out.
mean?
Let me get that out your player.
Yeah, let me
let me
get
get
that.
that out. Shit.
Let me shake that loose from you. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I knew that was a hit record. I knew it was gonna change the game a little bit. So I was stubborn, man. I would not come off my record for a
Rightfully
while,
so.
man. You know what I
Rightfully
mean?
so.
I was fighting for that John, but after they just kept on saying, "Yo, Link, we gotta have it. Link, we gotta have it. We're gonna give you this. We're gonna do this for you." They guaranteed me that it was gonna be a first single. And they also left all my vocals on there, so all the background vocals you hear those are my vocals.
Oh, I hear it.
Already.
You know what
I
I'm
hear it in
saying?
my
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Those my
Oh,
vocals,
that's
man.
crazy.
Yep.
And I, just after my team kind of, we had a confab. We just kind of agreed that hey, it would probably, behoove me to go ahead and allow LSG to put that record out first because it was gonna be a super smash. You know what I mean? And it was
Mhm.
gonna
Yeah.
open up other doors
Yeah.
for me as a writer, in which it did, man. So
There was a super
that's
group, Mike. There was a super group. You
yeah,
came in the gates on
yeah,
the
The
wings
first
of a
super group.
super group.
One of the
yeah,
first
man,
super
yeah,
groups too.
Crazy.
yeah. I fell up on that joint. You know
Oh,
what I
Oh
good
mean?
man.
God.
Just blessed,
Hey,
just a blessing, man. And
thank you for confirming
so
my suspicions. Thank you for
yeah,
that.
yeah. So
I
that's my
always thought that was
experience,
swing
man,
past
Crazy.
the
for
line.
working with them cats. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes, sir.
Man.
I
Ah,
know, right?
You're giving us jewels right now, man. Oh
Hey,
my God.
man. Hey,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Appreciate that.
supposed to. Yeah.
Already, man. All right.
right.
Well, my
Man.
question for me: what were some of your earlier influences growing up in Texas? I'm sorry.
Oh man, really for me, at first I didn't really know that singing was like a gift or a talent. I thought everybody could sing. You know what I mean? I would walk around and sing all the time. I thought other people did it too.
Yeah.
But as I kept growing, man, I realized that, hey, man, I don't sound like him. Like we sound different. You know what I mean? And
Right.
one of my friends, a close friend of mine at the time, he let me hear an album that was a live recording of Donny Hathaway. And when I listened to him, man, that blew me away, man. His vocals, his vibe, you know, the tone of his voice, the things he was singing about, it just touched me in a manner that made me say, damn, man, I got to do that, man. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, I was still on that traditional road of going to school because that's what I had heard all my life. Hey, you got to go to school, get an education so you can have something to fall back on. So school was put in the forefront. You know, I used to hoop, man. I balled out for a little bit. So I always had music in the background. And as soon as I left school, it was like, you know what? I'm not chasing no hoop dreams. I'm not doing none of that no more. I'm focusing on music. So my influence was Donny Hathaway, bro.
Oh. One of our legends may he rest in peace.
Huh? You say
He's
how tall
asking
am I?
how tall. Yeah, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5", man.
Oh
6'5".
yeah. Oh yeah.
I can see y'all here trying to ball somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
My hoop they over. They long gone, but
It's all good. I want to see one of these short R&B guys try to back you down. They're gonna have a hell of a time.
They might get me now, but back in the day, I was
They didn't want to see you, huh?
you know what I mean?
Already.
Nah, not at all. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
All right, what do we got next? What we got? Okay.
This is my question. Aha.
All
Because
right.
little backdrop. Before when we talked about talking to you, I said let's all get rebrushed up on it. Let's make sure we all the way like fully abreast in the music. So I went down, and I was slightly stuck. I was trying to get the creeping, but I said, "Whoa, wait a minute! Nothing skips. It ages so well. Oh my God! Great
Appreciate it.
Still
work.
Still
Listening to it, I'm like, my man really came out the gate with a classic. Wow, and he had the other records that you wrote that were just creating the whole R&B universe at the moment, you know?
Right.
And I was
you
like,
low key
I
had a
asked,
foothold on the game for a minute, like
yeah. So,
Right. That part.
I know you did some other stuff, so I asked this question so you can more or less elaborate. But what was the gap between Sex Down and Creeping? You know, because like it was such a strong beginning. You know.
Right. Good question, man. Great question. So what happened was, unbeknownst to myself and Delight, you know, we finally when we signed the deal, with Sony Relativity Records, right?
Okay.
So unbeknownst to us, they were a fledgling label, like they were about to go under, right?
Oh wow.
And basically they signed us to try to get us to bring them out of the, you know what I mean, out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Y'all the saviors.
Exactly. They want us to save the label. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
Or we would have made a different decision because they showed us love, gave us everything we asked for and everything, right? So when the Sex Down John came out and we kind of realized that the music that we had, how we was coming, was a little too strong for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, they showed us love. There were just certain things that they could not do. There were certain regions that they could not attack because they were a true independent label. They didn't have regional reps in different regions. They had to deal with an independent street promoter all the time.
Yeah.
So
Freedom's limited, basically.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So after we did our thing, we put out a couple of singles, couple of videos, did our thing. You know, we kind of realized this was a tough situation. You know what I mean? So what happened was, at that point, Delight decided to take his company elsewhere, which I was signed to Delight, which meant, I was gonna have to move as well.
Right.
So it took a good, I want to say, 3 or 4 years to get
Okay.
out of the contract, because what happened with Relativity, they merged with another label and they became Loud Records. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, so when we saw that, it was like, yeah, we got to go. So it literally took me about 3 to 4 years to just get to be released, because we had signed a big deal with them.
Oh wow.
And they finally decided, it's like, okay, cool, man, you can go. And then at that point, so now that's for at least 4 years right there. So now I got to
Mhm.
regroup. Right? So
Right.
it's maybe what, 02, 2002, 2003, something like that.
uh-huh.
The music business has changed in those
Right.
little
Drastically.
5 years. It's
Yeah, from
different
the
now.
'90s to the 2000s, it's like two
Crazy.
different regimes, right?
That's
Oh
right.
Crazy.
my God. It's
Yeah.
it's just different. It's a different way of doing stuff. So I had to regroup, I had to reform and start my own company,
Mm.
go reach out to different producers and write and record songs all over again in the new way of doing things. No more
Wow.
blockbusters, no more Virgin Musics, no more
Wow.
none of that.
Right.
Everything is downloaded now. So it was different. I got caught up right in the middle of that change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it
Mm.
took me a little bit to finally bang out Creeping, to the point where I was satisfied with it.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, hell, it was 2008. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that gap from 98 to 2008 was, half of it was me getting out of contract. The
Okay.
other half was me regrouping and,
Yeah.
and trying to make sure I could still put out music comparable to the Sex Down record.
Okay. I got right. And Creeping is an amazing record too. A
Thank
lot
you.
of, yeah,
Thank you.
a lot of great joints on there. I just from a fan standpoint, I feel like that's unfortunate that one that time, how the changing of from I guess physical stuff to internet. A lot of
Mhm.
people that's easy thing to get swept up in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wish we had more of that consistent flow because you did write for some other artists. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
So I want you to kind of elaborate because a lot of people don't even know. I mean, when they hear it, if they listen to your project and then they hear it, they
Yeah.
know you
Yeah.
when they hear you. You
Yeah.
have a
Right
distinct,
on.
you know what I'm saying?
Never
For
If it
huge
was
sure.
footprint in
For
this
sure.
game.
like if
Very
it
unique.
was right, you got
Yeah.
different styles.
Yeah.
You
Right,
have
right.
you have a certain style of R&B that lives
Yeah.
forever in the genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I certainly hope so, man. That's
oh
always
yeah,
been the intent, man. I never ever wanted to put out music that was just for that moment. I always wanted to be able to put records out like Earth, Wind, and Fire used to back in the
Yeah.
day, because you can still listen to That's the
Yeah.
Way of the World right now, and it still
Yeah.
feels the same way every time I listen to it. Or the
Right.
Isley Brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Living for the Love of You. It's just
Yep.
I just wanted my records to be real, man.
Timeless.
You know what I
Timeless
mean?
music.
I
Yeah.
want I
Mm.
want I want people to be able to listen to them from 20 years from the time
Yeah.
that they were released and still
And still get that
feel
feeling.
the same thing that I intended when I dropped it the first time, man. So that's
Mm.
intentional. Like, I don't like popcorn stuff. I
hey,
don't like that.
Hey,
I don't like
there we
that.
go.
congratulations.
We could
You definitely succeeded on that front.
Thank
Succeeded
you,
on
we
man.
that
could
front.
tell. We could
I
tell
appreciate
by
You
it.
can
listening
tell
to your vocals and how much vocals you stack and all the care you put into your vocal.
the
It
uh
takes.
the the
Mm.
the record.
My man.
How you
I was
take
just
care of them
listening to the
notes,
album the
boy.
other day. I was just
Mhm.
listening to the
Your tone
come
by itself, like, yeah,
come back home.
yep,
Ah,
Bobby Valentino.
yeah.
Mm.
Come back
Mhm.
Mhm.
home. It's off his second album. I can't think of his album right now. But
Mhm.
when I heard it, I said, "Yep, yep, that's that
You,
link sound right
you
there." You
mean
know?
home is where you belong?
Yes,
That
thank
was
you.
Yeah,
yep,
no
Yes,
doubt. Yep,
yeah,
that's one
man.
of my records. Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
Man.
crazy. That's
We
crazy.
get some gems tonight, y'all. We get some
Yeah, we
gems.
is. Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
Right on,
do.
right
is.
on.
All
Man,
right. I guess that was mine. Is it my question? Yeah, it's my
I
question.
think it is.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
That's your
how do you
question.
feel about the state of R&B today? Where do you stand?
You know, I got mixed emotions, man. And what I try not to do is I try not to speak negatively about um, generation's era of music because that's how they feel about things.
Correct.
Um,
Right.
but I
Respectfully.
can, you know what I mean? But I can say honestly that it's a lot different from
Mhm.
the R&B music that we put out in the 90s. You
Definitely.
know what I mean? It's the substance of the music is totally different.
Yep.
Mm.
Um, I hear a lot of stuff that they're doing, and they're just trying to call it R&B, and
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm like, that's not R&B though. You
Mm.
know what I mean? That's not R&B
Right.
music. You know,
Mm.
you still got people like Tank who's
Yeah.
hanging in and trying to continue to represent. You know what
Shout
I
out to
mean?
R&B Money
Uh,
podcast.
yeah, no doubt.
Definitely.
Um, Usher still represents, even Chris to a certain extent, you know what I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
represents R&B, but just for the overall total picture of R&B, it's not the same
That's right.
No.
the way it was in my era, you know what I
I,
mean? So I
Yeah.
don't really know why. I don't really understand because I still when I do music, it's still the same. You know what I
right.
mean? It comes from the same place. It has the same substance, the same meaning. I follow the same direction. It's no
Mm.
different. So I don't know how you can change R&B because R&B is R&B. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's just that they have tried to change it by naming it something else, and to
Right.
me it's not R&B, but that's why I'm still around trying to do my thing, man. Trying to continue to
Mm.
rep real R&B, man, and I'm gonna always try to do that for as long as I can, brother.
Yep.
That's right.
And that
Mm.
sentiment is the
And
reason why we started this
right.
podcast. So, this is the
Because
Yeah.
reason
we
why
Right,
people that care about real R,
B.
you know,
right
and
on, right
you
on,
know what
man.
I think? And this is just a quick opinion. I think this generation, I think our generation kind of ran away from the blues part of it. It's rhythm
Mm,
and blues. We
right,
got a whole lot of
hmm
rhythm these days and not
hmm
enough blues because blues
right,
where the heart is. That's where the emotion
Yep.
is,
right,
you know?
Exactly.
Yep.
correct,
Yep.
Also,
So,
we
I mean,
let them
that's
correct.
just
take
my
jazz
opinion. You
too.
know what I mean?
We let
Whole
them
lot of
take
Yeah,
rhythm, not
jazz
enough
too.
blues.
I can see
Yep.
that. I can see
That
that.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
gave away jazz also, man. Jazz was used to be heavy in R&B music. Like it
Right.
was always a good marriage.
Mm,
Hmm.
R&B,
Right.
soul, jazz, blues. Like it was
right.
always a good marriage back in the day.
No
So yeah,
doubt.
I share
Man.
the
Right.
sentiment. Trust me, I do.
Right on. Well, we're gonna try to keep working and keep it going, man, because that's all I
Yes,
know,
sir.
brother. I'm R&B to my heart.
Come on.
Oh yeah, definitely already. Now, I got a back to back one for you. I got now, this is a real. Yeah, I have to know because that first album was so pivotal for me. How influential is the South Side of Oak Cliff to you and your music?
Oh man, listen, I hail from the South Side of Oak Cliff, man. I went to
Okay.
South Oak Cliff High School, man. So you can't be no more Oak Cliff than me. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
So just growing up in Oak Cliff, man, all the things that I saw, you know what I mean, how things were done, how close knit families were, and how we were dropped off at our grandmother's house, and I grew up with all of my cousins. You know what I
Mm,
Yes.
mean? Just you having to be on your toes and know what's going on, because
Yeah.
if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, you could get caught up. You know what I mean?
mm,
So
Exactly.
it just taught me so much awareness and how to be slick with it and quick thinking and
Correct.
to be able to make
mm.
sound decisions, man,
Yeah.
under pressure.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because in Oak Cliff, it's gonna be some pressure. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt. Please
So, but,
believe.
but
Mm.
one thing about it though, if you could sustain and you made it through those pressure situations, you was gonna come out on the other side a real G. You know
Yeah,
what
come
I
man.
on
mean?
now.
And
Yeah.
because of that, it I poured all of that Oak Cliff growing up, learning experiences, the being poor and having to struggle, all of that comes out in my music. That's why you feel the pain and the emotion, because you know Oak Cliff is an emotional place, man. So listen, all of my music, it doesn't matter whether it's R&B or gospel or whatever it is. It's definitely deeply influenced by where I came from, because that's all I know. We people always say they sing about their environment. You know what I mean? It's all about the environment, and for me, that's what Oak Cliff brought out of me, and that's what I hope you hear in my music is Oak Cliff all the way.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, sir. I have you to thank for
That was a good
inspiring that
question.
question.
Good
I have you to
question.
thank for inspiring that question. It's off one of my favorite songs. You already know.
Right on.
I see. Is that you,
All
Kia?
right.
Is that mine?
That's me. That's me.
All right, Pound.
What is your favorite song that you wrote? Like, what is one of your favorite songs that you wrote?
Oh my God, man.
Like the one that stands out. Like the one,
Picking
one
between kids.
like you were
Which
like,
kid
yeah,
you
I
love
did,
the
I did
most?
my thing. I did my thing on that. I
Yeah.
killed
That's
it on
the
that.
same thing. That's the same thing. You know what I mean? Because you love all your kids the same. You just
You
love
got
them
to.
for different reasons. They all your kids. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with songs, man. I listen. It's some of my favorite songs are some songs that haven't even been released yet, or and may not ever be released. It's just wow. That's a very very tough question, dude. There's no way I could pick.
Okay. Do you have a top 5 at least? Maybe a top 5? Top 3 ish?
Damn. Oh
Come
wow.
on, give me something.
I'm
Give
a,
me something.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm gonna play along, man. I like uh definitely um I'm gonna say Baby Back. That's on the Creeping record is one of my favorites.
okay, yep.
It's because it was a different vibe for me. It was different. It was, when it came across.
Did that too.
Um
You did
Absolutely.
that, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thinking about it for Gerald Levert is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that.
Velvet
that
Teddy
was
Bear.
I hated to give that to G, but
Uh,
I did.
Man.
And I'm gonna
and it's
probably
crazy we
say
talking about Gerald Levert and I live in Cleveland. Ain't that crazy?
right on. Yeah. And I'm gonna say, man, for the last one, the top 3, I'm gonna say I Don't Want to See. From,
I don't wanna. Hey, okay. I'm with you.
from the
That's my
second
joint
down
too.
joint.
Yes,
That's one of my favorite
It's
records.
it's
'cause
For
crazy. We
sure,
were
for
just
sure.
talking about that right before you came on. Too.
Yeah, we was.
Yeah, I really
Specifically,
meant that. Like I meant that.
You
know what I
sounded
mean?
like
Yeah.
you did.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
You
like
sounded
I
like you
was.
did.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
in a
don't want
pinch,
to
I would,
see
I would.
another man.
Right on, right on.
I was like, he meant that shit.
I did.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah. So if I had to pick 3, those would be my 3. You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
okay.
As hard as that was for me to do, but
Yeah.
And we appreciate
I
it.
can
For
only
it.
imagine.
That was a solid 3, man.
Man.
I
Definitely a
appreciate
solid 3. We appreciate it.
it.
Yeah.
Man.
Right on.
Nice.
Giving us
What we
gems, man.
doing?
All right.
So this is my question too.
Yes.
So tell us about your new single, Garage, featuring Mike
Who?
Jones.
Mike Jones.
Right
Okay.
on, right on. Yeah, man. Listen, just going back to what I said earlier about just trying to keep it R&B. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had kind of been off the scene, so to speak, for a little bit, and I knew I was going to have a visual because I had dropped a couple of singles just trying to keep my fans satisfied, just singer here, but I didn't have a visual with it. So I said the next time I come out, I'm gonna have a visual. So I wanted to, like I said, keep it R&B, but I wanted people to feel good again about music and just enjoy the music and just get into a zone and flow. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I still needed to be slick with the lyrics, like I am on some grown man ish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The
So
garage.
correct. I
Yeah,
just
let's
had to come
go.
up with a new
Okay.
way. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
A new way of, what I'm talking about,
You know what I'm saying?
Talk
talking
that
about
talk.
it.
Talk
Yeah,
that
Right.
you know what
talk.
I'm saying?
On some pimp
Without,
ish. You feel me?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without really talking that talk. I'm talking the talk without really talk. Because am I
Yeah.
talking about a car?
Yep.
Does my
Yeah.
car need to be
Hey,
serviced?
the double
What's
entendres are
going on?
prevalent, sir. The
You know
double
what I
entendres are
mean?
Very.
prevalent. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I and when I listened to it, I was like, okay, it's cool, but I'm missing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say, yo, let me add this hip hop element to it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I reached out to my guy Mike Jones. He
Yeah.
did his thing on the joint
Oh, definitely.
and made the right. He
I
made the
think you
record.
breathed life into that
He
dude, man.
solidified it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
I
definitely
don't
did.
want to get
Yeah.
no.
It's the best I've heard him in a long time. Like, yeah, he
Man,
might
that's
be on
what
the
a few
resurgence.
people have told me. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
a few people said, man. Like he really represented on the record.
Hell yeah. Shout out
So
Mike Jones, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Mike
Shout out to Mike
Jones.
Jones, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. He did his
Yeah.
thing, man. So hopefully, man, I'm gonna be, on the grind trying to make that record happen, man. Because like I say, it's real R&B, and I'm always try
Yeah.
to rep real R&B, man. You know what I
And
mean?
it's a great video too. The
Yeah.
whole
Thank you,
Like
video,
thank you,
video, yeah.
we rock with it.
thank you, thank you.
You're
Appreciate it,
you're
man.
leading
You know what's
lady.
crazy? Yeah, you know what's crazy is that um watching the video helps you put that concept on like what you just said, like the whole
Right on.
garage metaphor. Like
Hmm.
did that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
yeah,
did that.
yeah,
you
That did
know,
that all the
yeah,
way.
yeah. Right on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
song
Appreciate it.
some songwriter stuff. That's the stuff that make me happy. I'm a songwriter, G. So when I listen to that, I say,
Yeah.
oh, he clever.
That was witty.
Hey,
That was
Yeah,
witty.
right on, man. Yeah, you gotta be slick, man. Gotta be
Yeah,
Witty,
slick.
yeah.
witty.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. See,
I
between
have
the
people
three of
say,
us, we be breaking stuff down, man. We be paying attention.
right on,
We pay close
right on,
attention.
yeah,
right on.
man.
That's how much we love this R&B music, man.
All right.
Yeah,
Man.
man,
Ooh.
for real. I
So
appreciate you fellas.
Yes, sir.
this is my question. Again, we want to make sure that we give people sustenance. You know what I mean, along with the good stories. You know
Mhm.
what advice would you give an up and coming R&B artist? You know, because it's coming from a place of someone who's been there, who's seen that, been to the mountain that a lot of us are trying to get to. So you
Mm.
know, what would you tell an up and coming artist doing R&B?
Man, what I would say is this. Um, just continue to work on your craft
Mhm.
constantly. No matter what is
Mm.
going on, just continue working on your craft, whatever it is, so that you can get better. It's all about preparation
Mhm.
for unexpected things. If you have an opportunity to be a part of any type of showcase or talent show or any of that, participate in it. And it's not necessarily about you winning. It's about you getting the experience of being on stage, being in front of people, seeing what happens when the mic goes out or the music cuts off. It's all about
Okay.
just prepping yourself for everything that can happen when you're on stage.
Mm.
Never ever stop working on your craft. Number two, I would always say, be ready always. That way you ain't got to get ready. Never. Always be ready.
Mm.
That part.
I've had people that would meet that I met and would say, "Man, I got this song, man. That's cold, man. Blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, let me hear it." Where? Oh man, I gotta. Okay, I need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Mm.
that's a
Oh,
blown opportunity right
yep.
there that you had. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So if you always ready, if you got something and he ready to be heard, have it readily available, because you never know who you're gonna run into at wherever you are. You just don't know. Just be ready. That way you ain't got to get ready. And number three, and the most important thing to me, and what has sustained me for all these years, is just put God first. Like people say that all the time
That
and
part.
don't really understand what that means. But if you put him first and allow him to lead you and to order your steps, you can't lose. You
Hey.
cannot lose. It seems like a simple thing to do, but it's not, because our nature, we want to take over and we want to do things on our own. And you're gonna do that. You're gonna make some bad decisions. It's part of it.
Come on, Bishop.
It's
Come on.
part of growing. You know what I mean? But if you just take it to him and ask him to order your steps and guide you in this music thing, you won't lose, man.
There you go.
Come on. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So singer, songwriter, prophet, we got it. We got it all. Thank you,
Yes.
man. Hey, we have to,
Hey.
we have to
I don't know
Definitely.
Hey.
about that prophet. I don't know about no prophet now.
Hey. But you're
Let's
still
go,
speaking that good
man.
word, that's
That
not being
word.
championed in the mainstream
Right.
like it should be anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
well,
appreciate
that's
it
what
Indeed.
nonetheless, but it
that's
reiterated.
what that was my mantra. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I use. That's what got me over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only other advice I can give to anybody is to speak from experience. That's what pulled me through. So
Hey,
Mm.
from one Texas boy to another, hey, you got it right, bro. You got it right.
appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
sure.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. Without further ado, this the part.
Uh-oh.
This is my favorite part of the show.
Oh,
I don't get to do this often. That's why it's my favorite part. But
right on.
we come to a portion of the show, a segment that I like to call Vibe or Slide. It's going to be a series of
Okay.
questions, not really questions, but comparisons. You just give us your opinion on them. It's not even a
Okay.
right or wrong answer, just your reaction to them or whatever. And feel free to elaborate if you want. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All
Gotcha.
right.
Gotcha.
We're gonna start real light. All right. You're a Dallas guy now. Keep this in mind.
Okay.
GGs or DGs?
Oh, oh, say, I'm gonna have to say GG's simply because I was I went to GG's so much,
Yeah.
like
That you
before
had
I
to put them
even
on the album.
came, yeah, you know what I mean. Before I even came out, GG's was my spot, and I went so
Yeah.
much I had to put them on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
That
Yeah.
was my spot, man. I miss GG's right now, man. So for me, it's GG's.
Okay. That's
Wow.
what's up. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna make it more obvious for you. All right. Go back. Cowboys games or Mavericks games?
Cowboys games, man. That's not even close. I
All
love
right.
I love my Mavericks because, like I said, I used to hoop. But listen, ain't nobody messing with them boys, man. I don't care what
Talk that
nobody
talk.
say. It's
Here
the
y'all go.
boys, man.
Talk that
Oh,
talk.
I did that for
It's
Key.
the
I did
boys.
that
He's
for Key.
talking
It's the
that talk.
boys.
He's talking that talk right
Yeah,
now.
it's the boys, man. Yeah, not even
My
close.
brother on Key, avid Cowboys fan.
avid.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I,
Yes,
I
sir.
yes,
am, but
sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
somewhat biased because I had a cousin that played for them for a certain amount of time. So
Right
Man,
on. I
am I
grew up on them
do I need to
dudes.
say
yeah,
it? Do I need to say it,
come
fellas?
on, we from Texas, man.
Man,
You know the boys
Boys.
always been them boys.
Go
don't
Saints.
start
That's
now.
all I got to
Don't
say,
start.
man. That's
I
all I
knew
got to
something was
say.
coming. I knew something
Already
was
knew it was
coming.
coming. He from
Hey.
that in Old Town. How could he
All
not,
good.
man?
All
It's all
good,
love.
man. Rep
We
your
still
city for
cousins.
sure.
We still cousins.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, all right. For the state, Astros or Rangers game.
Rangers, man.
All right, see,
Rangers. I mean, listen, I'm one of them dudes who rep his city for real. Like they can go 2-149. You know what I mean?
that's
But
real.
because
Yeah,
they right up the street from me, the
exactly.
Texas Rangers,
Yep.
I'm never gonna root for nobody
Yeah.
before I root for them. You know what I'm
Already,
saying? It's
it
hometown
only
first,
makes
brother.
sense. It only makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hometown first.
Oh, I
Hometown
get you.
first.
I hear it. I hear it. All right, back to the music. Tevin Campbell or Erica Badu?
Come on. I know this one.
Mm.
Damn. Man. God dang.
That's a hard one.
Ooh, that
If
was
this
a
was
tough
Drink
one.
Champs, you'd be taking a shot right now.
I would. Damn.
Well, we don't do that dynamic over here. That's day stuff. We show love over here.
Sip on some water.
Shout out to Drink Champs, by the way. We love what
Damn,
y'all do.
I love them both. I would probably
That
have to
is about,
say
you can go with them both if you want. Like I said, ain't no right or wrong.
it's
It's
so
just your
hard
answer.
because they so different, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I
You know,
know.
Erica
They
from
give
right
you-
here, so she the hometown, and then but Tevin, the youngster from down the street that had the super vocals, man.
Yeah,
Golly.
I know.
Woo.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean toward Tevin, man. I'm gonna just by a smidgen.
Yep. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel you.
It's just
You
because
know.
I'm a vocalist, man. So
Tevin
I'm behind
was
the
a
Tevin.
prodigy.
Yeah,
Little
child
kid prodigy out here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mhm.
Quincy Jones knew what he was doing.
no doubt.
Like everything else in his career.
Yeah. That was an awesome discovery right there.
All right, here's a funny one for you. Vanilla Ice or Post Malone?
Say, man. Okay. All right.
We might have our first skip. Yeah.
You know what? I actually like Post a little bit. I like more of Post Malone music than I do Vanilla. So
Right.
I would say Post Malone.
There you go. Our soul feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get away
Hey,
from that. Let's
they
get
both
off
are
that.
iconic in their own respective ways for the state of
Yeah.
Dallas, for the city of Dallas.
Right on.
Okay.
They both put on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
On the production side, Willie Hutch or Daryl Delight Allen?
Come on, man. Stop playing.
Look. I looked at her like, all right.
Yeah, come on, man. Stop it.
Hey,
You know,
I had to
I
try.
gotta listen. You know, yeah, good try, but nah. I gotta roll with my guy, man. If it wasn't for him, who knows? You might not even heard the link. So ain't no
you
way.
right about
You know what I mean? I'm rolling with my guy, Delight, man.
Delight.
See,
Yes, sir.
solid answer. That's what I'm talking about. See,
Yeah.
Dallas G right here, Oak Cliff all day.
Mhm.
That's what
Yes,
we're
sir.
talking about. All right. SMU or Paul Quinn?
Oh man. Damn. You know what, man? Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, man.
Hey, I try to make it interesting, man.
You're trying to get me beat up in Dallas. I'm gonna go with SMU, man, because
Go with your roots. That's what I'm talking about.
they was here. SMU was here longer.
Yep.
Paul Quinn did not originate in Dallas, Texas. Came from Waco, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
So
But they really made a name for themselves in Dallas. That's why
they did. Yeah, they did.
They did.
They did. You know, and it's a black college, so you know I gotta, you know, I always want to represent them. But as far as you know, I've been checking for SMU longer, so I have to go with SMU.
I feel. Yeah. I still believe they'll get back to their heyday one of these days too.
They close.
It's a matter of time. I think it's a matter of time.
They close. They close, man. They close.
Right about that. Just keep it on my college football statewide. You know what I'm saying? I'm always checking the Texas team.
Right on.
All right. Let's go back in the day. Primetime 21 or Arendas?
I'm gonna probably go with Primetime 21, man. I used to hit that joint a little bit. It was a drive for me back then, but
yeah,
Primetime 21 was flooded.
For all you vibes and convoys
Oh,
that
my.
don't know, Mr. Deion Sanders, throughout his stint, Hall of Famer, had a club called Primetime 21.
Oh wow!
And when I tell you, and not mind you, I was too young then. I never been myself, but I used to always hear stories.
I have.
People would drive from far and wide. People would drive from far and wide to go to Primetime 21.
Yeah.
It was
Hell of
probably
a
like the
spot.
first 40-40 club, like what Jay-Z got. It was probably there
Like that.
back then.
That was a hell of a
That's
spot.
crazy.
Yeah,
Hell of a
Deion
club.
Sanders was no Primetime was just that.
Wow.
It was that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Wow.
All right. And last but not least, I got one more for you.
We're shaking the damn ice.
Red River Weekend. You know, the infamous Red River Weekend.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Or the Preview and Grambling. Yeah.
Come on, brother. PVU. Who you
Already.
rooting for?
You know.
PVU.
Already.
Who you rooting for? You know, I went to PV, man. I went to Preview. I
Yeah.
don't know if you knew that, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
PV in the building.
Come on, let's
It's
go.
not even close. Not even close, man. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do our
Prepping.
research over here, man. We do our research.
Yeah, I see.
It's all
Heck
good.
That's
Yeah.
what's up,
Hey,
though.
well,
That's
that
what's up.
concludes
Yeah.
another doggone segment we call Vibe or Slide, man. You did a great job. We appreciate
Yeah.
you, man.
Appreciate it.
Doggone, that was wonderful.
It was
Them
And
claps are
still
hilarious.
staying
Couple
G,
of-
man, just like I knew you would, bro. I love it.
couple of them was tough, man.
Hey,
I might start checking my text messages. My phone gonna be
hey, you know you 10
Yes,
toes
indeed.
down, man. Ain't gonna be nothing you can't handle, bro.
all the time. All the time.
All right.
Man.
So what
Man,
else we got,
anybody
fellas?
have any anybody got any last comments before we conclude the
Nah.
interview?
You know, thank you, bro. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You were an amazing guest. You know, you were definitely a vibe. Let's go.
Man, I
I-
appreciate it, man. I listen, before I get out of here, I would be remiss if I do not thank you guys for reaching out to me, having me on your show, man. Vibes and Combo is dope. You guys got something going, man. I wish y'all all the luck in the world, man. You know what I mean? I want to shout out all my fans and let them know, listen, you can follow me on IG at Link the Artist 69. You can also follow me on Twitter, Link Music 69, and you can follow me on Facebook, Lincoln Link Browder. All right, y'all check out my brand new single Garage. It's hot to death. It's on all streaming platforms right now. Go get it. Show your support for real R&B so we can stay in the building. The
Already in my
YouTube-
playlist.
Right
It's in my
on.
Already.
The video is out now on YouTube, Vivo, everywhere, man. I appreciate everything, man. I appreciate you, Sequence. My guy on key, in court. I appreciate it, man. Much love to y'all, man.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
you, Blink, man.
It's all to the good,
Man.
man.
Yeah, I love it, man. I
For
love
real.
it.
Thanks for blessing us with your presence, man. Once again, man. We
I
can't.
got one more. I got one more question.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
What can we expect from the upcoming music of Link? Like, are we going into another album, or like which campaign we on right now?
Or better yet, how we like to put it over here, Vibes and Convo. Are you on the clock, sir?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Could you possibly be on the clock to release some music?
I am, man. I am. You know, like I said, I gave the up tempo John out the gate, but after that, you know, it's gonna be some of them real Link. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
slowing
We
it
do.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm definitely
Population
going to,
creations. I feel you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Contribute to
we-
society, you know.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
definitely gonna hit you with some of that vintage Link. Now, as far as an album, I'm not really sure because it's kind of hard. It's so hard to get people to focus on 8, 9, 10 records these days.
I hear you.
But I definitely will be dropping like an EP, maybe 4 or 5 joints, and then just single after single after single after single. And if we get to the point where, you know, an album is warranted, I definitely will drop one. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of that.
You heard it here first, man. He actually just dropped the whole jewel on. We grabbed
Right. You still drop some gems right there.
You can't even help it. You can't even help it.
Right.
Yeah.
Always slick with it. Y'all feel me?
Man.
Yeah. My bad. I called you. I shout out the wrong name. My fault, fam. I said Sequence. I'm over here tripping. Sequel.
Hey, hey, at this point, man, dog,
Sequel.
I'm so happy to have you. You can call me what you want, bro. I'm not.
No, I gotta
tripping.
get
No
it right.
I
No,
got
I gotta
Link
get
on
it
the
right.
podcast. We got Link on the podcast, y'all. I don't care.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no doubt, but I gotta get it right.
Hey,
Sequel,
Yeah.
I appreciate
On
the
Key,
consideration, man. I appreciate that. Definitely.
and
Yeah,
Kurt
yeah.
Quinn. I got y'all down now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kurt
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Quinn
Yes,
Appreciate
times
the
sir.
love.
get it in times 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yo,
I
Yeah,
am
man.
sequel. Ain't no equal on this prequel. You feel me?
Right
man,
And
on.
that's
look at
Mr.
him.
On Key, the man, the myth, the legend, man. And we ain't
Ah,
just
All
had
right.
Link,
All
y'all.
right.
We just
Yeah,
had
man.
Link
We just
on the
had
Vibes and Convo podcast. Wow.
yeah, man.
yeah.
Big,
Vibes
big,
and
big, big.
combo.
Real R&B, man. Everything R&B
Real.
on here, and this is definitely so fitting, and we appreciate you blessing our platform,
Yes, sir.
man, with
Yes, sir.
No
with
doubt,
everything,
man.
everything.
No doubt. I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Most
Yes,
definitely.
sir.
All right, this is Vibes and Convo, man, and pace. We out.
Peace. We out.
Texas, baby.